Hey, what's up everybody? Thanks for clicking on the video. This is the intro video to my channel. It's going to be called Off-Road Precision. And it's going to be off-road stuff, Jeep stuff, quad stuff, bike stuff, even probably some RC cars. Because that's what men do. Men are just big boys. And boys need their toys. So, coming up here shortly, we got the big Butler Bantam Jeep Fest here in about a month. And when I get back, or when me and the wife get back from that night, I'm getting started on the first build series of this channel. And it's going to be surprise, surprise, Jeep Cherokee XJ. 2-door, so it's a little cooler, right? In my mind it is. So, I know a million people have done XJ builds, but what we're gonna do different, actually we're gonna do different than everybody, bear with me here. There is the tired 4.0. It's got about 175,000 on it right now. And I've done all the, quick little trick bolt-on upgrades, the 6-hole fuel injectors and the throttle body spacer and bored out throttle body. Got a snorkeled intake. It works, and trust me, it works. I've had the water over the hood. I like doing that. Got hotter burning ignition, coil, header, all that stuff that everybody, says is just gimmicks, but I don't know. At one point, it was running pretty good, but it's getting tired, and the 4.0 is just, I don't know, kind of boring. It's terrible on fuel. Summertime, they were geniuses and put the exhaust manifold right underneath the intake manifold, so it's constantly getting hot air. I'm getting heat soaked and just annoying. But also, the reason we're going to get rid of that 4.0 is I lucked out. So the wife bought this Jeep Liberty about 3 years ago now. Well, the Christmas before last, her and my sister were out to dinner. It was like 2 days before Christmas, I think. And they were coming home from dinner and hit some black ice and spun it out and found its way to the telephone pole. So, as you can see, the roof line's collapsed and it's pretty bad. So it was totaled by insurance, of course. So, but after changing out the flat tire that it had, I drove it home. Well, she drove it home that night. Things still ran, drove great. So, I guess before we get too carried away with Jeep Liberty stuff, this isn't, the normal Liberty. This is Turbo Diesel Liberty. So, ended up buying back off the insurance, $600. So now I got full drivetrain, wiring harness, everything. Anybody knows about their Jeep XJs, the Liberty was basically meant to replace the XJ. So my plan with this thing is to pull everything out of this Liberty. I'm talking everything. Whole harness, most of the dash. I want to try and keep the look of the XJ dash as much as I can, because I think they look better. They look more Jeepish. It matches pretty much the TJ Wrangler versus, I don't know, what I'd call a minivan dash. Kind of, I don't know, just doesn't do nothing for me. But I want to pull, to make this as seamless and simple as possible, I want to pull everything out of that Liberty to make the swap and everything just simple and as problem free as possible. And in the future, when I need parts or something, some stuff I can just go and order Jeep Liberty stuff. So right now it's an automatic behind the turbo diesel, which in the States, for some reason, I don't know the percentage, but I think it's 99% of the Jeep Liberty turbo diesels in the States are automatics. But over in Europe, where they use these CRD motors in the Wranglers and Liberties, over there, I think it's 99% is, they had a 5-speed, then they went to a 6-speed. So I've been able to source a 6-speed. I haven't got it yet, but I got one in the works. So I want to put 6-speed manual behind it just to make it, well, that much cooler. And I don't know, I think a manual it's a tool, you use it to, help get slowed down, off-road. Sometimes it helps to be able to hold that gear and not have the automatic shift on you. So that's the plan. But been doing a ton of research, and I think everything's going to work with minimal issues. But the computer and the way the powertrain control module works on those Liberties, it might give me some issues just thrown in the manual. But I'm willing to fight that battle and see what comes up with. And if I can't get it to work for, after a few months of beating my head against the wall, I'll put the automatic back in it. These Liberties get a ton of hate. They did have some issues, but so about 6 months before this one found a telephone pole, I had, bear with me, Jesus. I had the whole head off. So some of the issues with these things is the roller rocker and valve lifter assemblies were kind of small and chintzy, and they were prone to failing. And this one did on her. It was at the end of the winter before she wrecked it, and she was driving to work and started making some noise on her, went down in power. And she's a good girl, and I've taught her well, and she shut it down quickly and called me, and we were able to basically save the motor without having too much damage. Ended up wiping out both camshafts, but those were part of the upgrade and parts issues that they have anyways. So it's got upgraded roller rockers, lifters, upgraded camshafts, new timing set. It's got a whole water pump, all the front end, high mileage maintenance stuff is all done. It's all new. It's literally got maybe 10,000 miles on that stuff, maybe. Probably not even 5, actually. It's got, fuel, water separator, heater, head assembly. That was I think they recalled those, I think. So that's been upgraded and to the good stuff. So there's a bunch of work done to this thing, and the fact that it gets close to 30 miles to a gallon, it makes like, I don't know, 130 foot-pounds more torque than the 4.0 does. Plus it gets close to 30 miles to a gallon. I'm going to say that 100 times, because that's a huge thing. You go wheeling with some of the club members that I belong to, down to one of my buddies that's also in the club. There's a couple times, especially in the summer when it's hot out, I'll fill the dang gas tank 3 times on that 4.0. I'm running down, interstate, and yeah, that don't make no sense. Not when you have these parts sitting there front for cheap, $600 to buy this back off the insurance company, and we got everything we're gonna need. And I don't know, I like these little things. I know they get a lot of hate for unreliableness, but the issues that they have, we're around that. We got the new stuff, the good stuff, and I think these swaps are going to become more popular. Once a few people do them, I think BDS suspension did one a few years ago. It wasn't a swap; it was just a Liberty with the CRD motor in it, that they built up pretty sweet on 1-tons and stuff, and it's actually a really sweet build. But I think these swaps are going to become more popular, because these Liberties, they're unibody. They're built a little heavier than the XJs were, but they are not, prone to rusting out, and no body left, basically becoming a drivetrain with a seat and a steering wheel. So I'm seeing them all the time now for $1,000, $2,000. Body's shot on it, but still a good running drivetrain. So I think they're going to become more popular to do once. Hopefully I can possibly, be the start of that, maybe. But it's not why I'm doing it. Why I'm doing it is more power, more fuel mileage, and they sound awesome. Little tractor. So I'm excited to do that. So about a month from now, we come back from the Bantam Jeep Fest up in Butler, PA. That's our local event. It's a big event. It'll be 25,000 Jeeps or so up there. Some of the famous YouTubers be there. I've met most of them. All of them are awesome people. Yeah, so when we get back from that, I am getting started, and I can't wait. I've been putting this off. I wanted to have this started. Actually, truth be told, I wanted to have this done for Bantam this year, but you know how life goes. Things get in the way, and yeah. But the time is now. The time is now to start this damn YouTube channel. Make some cool content, hopefully. Meet some cool people, hopefully. And just have some fun with it. Build some Jeeps, build some bikes, build some quads. So, excited. Hopefully everybody's watching this. You guys are too. Another cool update. Just a few months ago, or January, local marketplace ad popped up. My wife sends me a listing while I'm at work one morning, and this one is lucky, is what we call it. We were lucky to find another one. Such a good deal, one town over. Give you a reference. Oh, I forgot to tell you, this one was, she named this one Lola Girl. Yep, it was a chick's ride. It's the wife's ride. It was kind of cool though. I thought it was pretty neat. I like the whole Lola Girl thing. But new one is named Lucky, because we were lucky to get another one. She was devastated when she wrecked this thing. I felt so freaking bad. But like I told her, yeah, sometimes things are meant to be and not meant to be. And clearly it was meant to be for her to have another one. And this one, much cleaner, Hasn't been messed with. Lola Girl was an R title. Had light front end damage. You see this probably not right now because of the sun, but this fender was painted by somebody in their backyard. It looks like it had some front end damage. You can just tell there's some stuff that doesn't fit right, and well, we know there's an R title. And, yeah, they tell you. Yeah, but yeah. So we were lucky to, yeah, kind of a blessing. Get another one. So this one's basically bone stock. This one had Lola Girl had a leveling kit on it, so I'm gonna steal the parts for the rear, put on Lucky here. I just got some new leveling kit for the front for her, and we got a nice big snorkel to add to it, and nothing crazy. A little lift, maybe some 31-inch all-terrains. Keep it mellow, keep it streetable. She drives it to work every day, and we're actually going to take it to Tennessee in August down to the Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion. So I want to get it looking a little cooler than what we got here. We're taking it down there with all the $100,000 Jeep builds. But so that's the gist of it. 99 XJ 2-door. That one's name's Genesis because it's been the rebirth of my last one, which was called Midnight. It was all black and had that one for about 9 years, wheeling it a bunch, and didn't do any frame stiffening on it, and put lockers in it finally. It literally started coming apart at the seams. So once I picked this one up, it was in pretty dang good shape. It was like the first thing me and a couple buddies did to it was made our own frame stiffeners and did the 2x6 rock sliders that everybody's doing. It's getting dark now, but and then so I built some sweet fender flares and tied them into the rock sliders. But we'll get into all that. There's a exo cage I'm still building. Yeah, it's in progress. It's on the list, right? Now I got some cool work done to this one so far, and most of it's gonna stay, but pretty much everything related to the 4.0 will be coming out and going in with the turbo diesel. So that's the plans for this summer. I'm excited. I said that before? Yeah, I said that. I'm gonna keep saying it though because I'm freaking excited. It's gonna be a very cool Jeep if it's done right. And before we go here is a 76 CJ5 I'm working on for a lady. Pretty sweet. It said it's a 304 V8, but this thing boogies. I know it's a small Jeep, but I don't know if it's got some work done to it or what. But man, this thing boogies. I just added power steering to it. Working on adding power brakes to it for make it a little more drivable. It was a bear even for me. I'm a full-size man trying to steer this thing. It was a pain in the ass. Oops. But yeah, I did redo some wiring up in here. A bunch of stuff that was corroded and wasn't gonna be very reliable for her. So doing that, had to get the top adjusted on it. It was all cattywampus. I'll go into more of this Jeep before I give it back to her here in a week or two. All the stuff I've done to it, but that's what I'm working on currently, trying to get it done so I can get started on my Jeep and the wife's Jeep. And we got other stuff too. There's my hybrid quad I built years ago. That's Honda 450 quad, but that's a Honda 450 bike motor. Big bore stroker. It rips. It's nasty. There's a new giant metal lathe I just picked up. That's what I do for a living. I'm a machinist, almost 20 years. So that's the precision part of the channel. So it's also just about hooked up. I'm going to do some wiring, running single phase wiring in to this variable frequency drive that gets you 3-phase power coming out to power up the lathe. Yeah, 3 phases industrial power. So pretty neat technology how those things work, and they're relatively cheap actually. Like anything, you can buy cheap ones or you can buy crazy expensive ones. So yep, as you can see, like a lot of shops, it's a mess. But get this purple monster out of here soon. I'm gonna get my dad up here and have him do some more cleaning and organizing. He likes that shit stuff. He likes that stuff. But yeah, you got
that guys like to start on the inside. MC did this
AutoCAD and
always start on the outside. I'm like, dude,
stuff on the computer up here.
There's no shot.
Gotta have entertainment, big TV. So, yep. That's it for now. Thanks for checking it out. Stay tuned. Keep an eye out for more. Like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna have some fun this summer. So appreciate you guys. And thanks. See you in the next one.